As you'll recall in our last chapter, you had just foiled the Sariens' fiendish plot to rule the galaxy by using the star generator as their weapon of destruction. You became a hero by saving countless lives and returning the star generator technology into safe hands. Life was beautiful. But heroes come and go, and people soon forget. Your celebrated herodom slowly fades, leaving you, once again, a janitor. The promotion to head janitor was no consolation, especially since you are the only member of the janitorial staff, nor was the transfer to Orbital Station 4. Sweating like a pork beast in a pressure suit while relocating space debris in zero gravity just wasn't your idea of a good time. Life sucks. Again. Welcome back to Saving Often, everybody. This is Space Quest 2, Vohaul's Revenge, and I am Rick. I'm glad to see you back again. We are going to be continuing our journey through Space Quest, kind of taking a leap back technologically, considering how I played the VGA remake of Space Quest 1. This is Space Quest 2 in all of its original naked AGI glory. This is what Space Quest 1 also looked like if I would have played the original version, so I figured this is a good taste of kind of the genesis of not only Space Quest games, but also Sierra adventure games. King's Quest 1, Police Quest 1, Leisure Suit Larry 1, these games all also use the AGI engine, as well as games such as Manhunter and Gold Rush, etc. So, pretty important to Sierra's legacy. This was really where they got their big start in adventure games, and it only improves from here. So, I played Space Quest 2 a long time ago. It's been many years. God, probably when I was a teenager. I don't know that I've ever replayed it since, so this is going to be interesting. I remember certain things about the game, but unfortunately I feel like I've forgotten far more of it than I remember, so we'll see how this goes. But I figured that it was worth going through, and again, as I said in my first my playthrough of Space Quest 1 VGA, I absolutely adore the Space Quest games. They're very important to me. They were very important to my father and my brother. Just a big part of my growing up and my childhood. So excited to play through this and see how it goes. Anyhow, we're at the beginning here. We are being welcomed aboard XOS-4, and to log in for duty, we must enter our name below. Now, interesting thing about Space Quest 1 and 2, they let you put in your own name. However, there was a name that was given to the main character, which is obviously Roger Wilco, which you can see simply by pressing enter, which is what we're going to do. Orbital Station 4 is one of many orbiting Xenon, your home planet. It is a transfer point for travelers seeking transportation to the various planets in the Earnon system. As we begin this chapter of our story, we find you, Roger Wilco, ace janitor, doing what you do best. A beep emanates from your wristwatch. You release your grip on the broom. The broom floats away, never to be used again. That makes the third one this week. Wait till your boss finds out. Okay, so we are now playing Space Quest 2. As you'll see, there is a parser interface here. No more icons like we were used to from Space Quest 1 VGA. This is old school, so we'll begin by looking at our watch and checking out the various functions that we see here. Look at blinking light. No, just press F10 or a button. Well, fine. Then we will press the H button. Your horoscope for today. Keep up the good work. Today could bring that big promotion you think you deserve. Don't take any wooden buckazoids. Okay, how about tea? Now the time is 11:26 and the temperature is 47 degrees below Celsius. Okay, well, let's press C, which I believe stands for communicator. Roger Wilco, get in here on the double. You've got a mess to clean up in the shuttle which just returned. One of the passengers got space sick on the way down. Besides, you should have been done up there an hour ago. Get a move on. With that, the image disappears. Well, that's our marching orders, so let's go ahead and type fast. There's multiple different game speeds here. I think that by default it was set to normal, which is like this. There is also slow, which is painful. Or there is fastest, which is a bit too fast. So I've always found that fast is just the right speed. You are working outside Xenon Orbital Station 4. This area hasn't been completed yet. You have been sent out here to remove construction debris and space dust. Look at space. You gaze out into the near nothingness. The billions and billions of worlds apparent to the eye make you realize how truly insignificant you are. That's the fun of these parser games. Well, the blessing and the curse is being able to look at or do nearly anything. Unfortunately, with a lot of these early games, you also had to really guess what the developers wanted you to be looking at or doing. And if you phrase things in a way they didn't see coming, well, you've just got to figure it out yourself. You are whisked away into the airlock chamber. Stand by for decontamination. Alright, we are decontaminated. This is the airlock chamber. From here you can gain extravehicular access. Spare suits hang on the back wall. Some lockers are mounted on the side wall. Let's start by changing our clothes. You are attired in the smart-looking uniform of a Xenon Orbital Station employee. Let's look at the lockers. The lockers are all closed. There is nothing too interesting about them. You bravely peer into the locker to find a Cubics Rube puzzle and your athletic supporter. Let's see if I can take all. Okay. All right, and now we have an order form, a dialect translator, our supporter, and our puzzle. Let's see if I press... No, F3 is repeat. F4 lets me mosey around my inventory. Let's take a look at this order form. This is an order form you removed from a magazine for a free Labion Terror Beast mating whistle. It's ready to be mailed. That'll be important. The dialect translator is a small device. It is on. This is your athletic supporter. Without close inspection, you notice it to be well used. The Cubics Rube puzzle has made you look stupid more than usual. All right. Easily missable objects that will cause us to dead end if we do not take them. It's about time you got in here, Roger Wilco. Head for the shuttle bay on the double. I'm warning you, you're on your last leg around here, bud. One more screw-up and you're history. He then orders the transportation officer to send you directly to the shuttle bay and nowhere else until the job has been completed. You are in the transportation control room of the orbital station. The room is abuzz with activity as technicians monitor XOS-4 operations. A pneumatic transport tube is accessible from the walkway above. Let's see if I can look at the technicians. The technicians are seated in front of monitoring consoles. They look like your average crew types. A pneumatic transport tube is accessible from the walkway above. The tube is made of plexiglass with a transporter inside it. The physical principles involved are not unlike those which transport a spit wad through a straw. Let's go ahead and save our game. Okay. Game has been saved. I think that we can actually plummet off of the side here. You're into the game barely 6 minutes and already you've nimbly stepped to your death. How far down your family tree did Knuckles last play an important role in locomotion? Watch your step next time. It has been a pleasure watching you play Space Quest 2. Alright, so we died. Alright, let's look around here. You are in the orbital station's shuttle bay. A shuttle, fresh from a passenger drop-off on Xenon, is refueling for its next trip. A pneumatic transport tube is accessible from the walkway. A refueler replenishes the shuttle's supply. The refueler is not much to look at. The refueler is just a rectangular structure which bears a pressure gauge and a hose outlet for the transfer of fuel. The hose is currently hooked to a shuttle. Nothing special about the hose, it merely provides a means of routing fuel from the refueler to the vessel. That's not a good idea. Being as unskilled as you are, you could probably cause some sort of fiery catastrophe. Leave it alone. It's automatic anyway. Can I step over the hose? Say what? No, you cannot. Alright, I'll go around it. Let's look at this shuttle. The shuttlecraft is your standard 10-passenger short commute vehicle. It was primarily designed to ferry people and supplies between orbital stations, Xenon, and other orbiting spacecraft. You enter the shuttle and start sniffing around for the mess you must clean. You are surprised to find that the shuttle is not empty. There are 2 extremely ugly suckers walking toward you. Your protest is cut short as 2 interstellar ruffians proceed to thump you unconscious. Everything fades. Time passes. More time passes. A strange dream turns into the realization that you are being shaken and talked to by a voice unfamiliar to you. A dull ache triggers a distant memory of a scuffle in which you were the focal point. Upon awakening from your forced rest, it becomes quite apparent that you aren't in Kansas or Xenon anymore. You find that you are being held upright and under physical restraint from both sides by, you guess, the galactic goons you met on the shuttle. As you try to struggle free, you notice that your hands are tied behind your back. As the eyes dial into focus, you make out an oddly disfigured being seated before you. A sagging mass of flesh that appears to have been human at one time. Tubes and wires extend from his body, leading to machines which keep him alive. Suddenly, his visage stirs, and he begins to speak.
Well, well, did we have a nice nap? I thought we would have to resort to drastic measures to wake you. Oh, well. Welcome to my humble fortress, Roger Wilco. The name's Vohaul, Sludge Vohaul. I was the genius behind the star generator when it was still in the concept stages. It was to be my ultimate war weapon until some sissy-pants scientists decided it would be better used saving lives rather than destroying them. What a waste of technology. Excuse me if I sound bitter. Anyway, you ruined my Sarien operation. I was going to use the star generator to make Xenon pay for what they did to me. They were going to know my wrath in a big way. You somehow managed to change all that. Oh, I suppose I should have known better than to use those mental midget Sariens. That's not the point, however. You are responsible, and you shall pay. Besides, I have another plan, and you'll not be around to foil it. I have devised a plan so horrible, so frightening, so diabolical, that no one will be able to stop me. Observe my latest creation. I intend to infest your planet with thousands of these genetically engineered door-to-door life insurance salesmen. I will at last reap sweet revenge from the scientific community that mocked me. My plan was to kill you, but I've had a change of heart. Get it?
He peers down at the hoses protruding from his chest and connected to a life support system.
Forgive me, I'm a kidder. I've decided that I would get much more enjoyment watching you suffer. My associates will escort you to the surface of Labion, where you will perform many painful hours of manual labor in my mines. Be seeing you.
An injection renders you unconscious. Your drugged carcass is loaded onto a shuttle. Upon reviving, you look through the viewing port to see Vohaul's massive asteroid fortress getting smaller. After touching down on a giant landing platform, you are ushered to a hovercraft waiting to transport you to the mining site. Utter despair sets in. Uh-oh. Oh, great. I suppose we're out of fuel. Way to go, Gorf Breath. Don't blame me, it was your turn to fill up. You're always forgetting to do it. Wait till the master finds out. You're in big trouble. Hey, don't talk to me that way, you slime bucket. I filled it last time, dip. The argument between the two guards is cut short as gravity reasserts itself. Good thing that guard broke your fall. He doesn't look too happy about it, though. Let's save our game. And look at the body. The guard appears to be less thick than you remember him. Many of his formerly contained body fluids seem to be at large. You search the grotesque body and find a small, thin magnetic card. It looks like a key card. You seem to recall seeing one somewhere in the past. Okay, you take the key card. This guard's body has been fatally damaged by the fall. You search the grotesque body and find nothing. The hovercraft has been reduced to a mound of twisted wreckage. Everything that was straight is bent. Everything that was bent is benter. There appear to be no salvageable parts. Something is beeping. Look at panel. Listen to beep. No, we can't look at the screen. Look in pod. Let's try that. Everything inside is twisted and bent. You do notice a button with a flashing light next to it. It appears to be emitting a high-pitched beep. Yeah, let's look at the button. You see a normal button and light. The light is currently on. You didn't notice it during the flights. It must have come on as a result of the crash. Well, buttons are never good, so let's press it. You press the button, the light goes dark, and you no longer notice the high-pitched beep. Okay, as I recall, it's a homing beacon of some kind. If we left that on, we'd be dead meat. So, let's head up here. Ah! You fall to the bottom of a concealed pit. You might have survived the fall had you not come in contact with the several 30-centimeter-long spikes planted vertically along the bottom of the pit. Another senseless tragedy. You can help prevent this. Vote yes on lobotomies for adventure game designers. Thank you for playing Space Quest 2, Roger Wilco. You've been most entertaining. Yeah, so there's a trapdoor there. A hidden trapdoor in the grass. You can see it right in front of me there. Little rectangle. Awesome. You are standing in a dark and damp portion of the forest. There are some very large mushroom-like growths here. Holy jeez, boy, that mushroom thing sucked you clean up. You can't move a muscle nor see a speck of light. You begin feeling waves of tingling, warmth, and moisture. Suddenly, it's not so bad in here. Wow. Check out the colors, dude. Your body and mind enjoy the short-lived buzz that is a side effect of the lethal poison you now marinate in. You are oblivious to the end. Not a bad way to go, actually. But it sure is early in the game. I had high hopes for you. They said, who? Roger Wilco? Not a chance. That chump won't last 20 minutes. I said, no way. Roger Wilco isn't that lame. So anyway, don't make me look stupid, too. It has been a pleasure watching you play Space Quest 2. You know, I think this game is actually tracking my time playing. It's the second time they referenced time. First time they said I didn't make it 6 minutes into the game, and it was about 6 minutes that I was playing. Thank you. Let's look at these mushrooms. Aside from their enormous size, they appear to be your average garden variety mushrooms. The foliage here is much too dense for you to pass through. And on this side, too. Let's see. Is there anything over here? Nope. All right. Well, not much we can do here. Maybe look at the foliage. The bushes seem to be composed of leaves and small branches. Nothing interesting about them. The foliage there is too dense as well. Okay, so there's nothing we can do at the moment here. Let's look around on this screen. You seem to be in a rather exotic forest. The growth here is unlike anything you are used to. On the ground lies the wreckage of the hovercraft you crashed in. Nearby are the bodies of your former captors. Oh, even the foliage here is too dense for me to pass. Well, can I go up here? Oh, okay, I can go up. Suddenly, from somewhere to the east, you hear a twang, followed by a high-pitched shriek. Well, how do I get to the east? You hear something. It sounds not unlike the hovercraft you wrecked in. Now, maybe we need to hide behind a tree then. Whew, that was a tense moment. Vohaul's thug failed to spot you and is off to search elsewhere. You are standing at the edge of an eerie swamp. You can hear the croaks and moans of swamp life, none of which you are eager to encounter. Yuck. No creature to look at right now. It's following me, though. Uh-oh. You feel something slimy clamp down on your leg and pull you beneath the surface. You struggle in vain to free yourself. Unfortunately, your desire to breathe results in the intake of a large quantity of swamp water. If the lack of oxygen hadn't killed you, the taste of the putrid water would have. You're dead. Better luck next time, Roger Wilco. Way to go, Wingnuts. Once again, you've demonstrated your inability to sustain life. You quickly glance around the room to see if anyone saw you blow it. Thank you for playing Space Quest 2, Roger Wilco. You've been swell to watch. Have a nice day. Okay, well... somewhere to the east, there's a twang followed by a high-pitched shriek. Can we maybe go this way? Oh, we can. You're in another area of forest. The growth seems to be getting heavier here. The little creature caught in the snare has thick-looking pinkish skin. He looks to be less than a meter tall. He doesn't seem too thrilled with his predicament. Creature doesn't respond. Can I help creature? Can I cut the rope? Nothing that would help me accomplish that. The tree is coated with a thin, slimy film, making it unclimbable. Well... I hate to leave little dude there, but I don't think I have any means of helping him right now. I sure hope that he's not gonna die there. Oh, now he's gone. I don't like that one bit. We're gonna restore our saved game. I simply do not trust Sierra Games to not screw me over. Let's look around here. This is another clearing in the otherwise heavily wooded area of the forest. There is a plateau near the back. A plateau, you say? The mailbox looks typical for a mailbox. There is a slot, a tray, and a sign. Let's read the sign. The sign says, Radical Express, when it totally, no doubt, for sure, has to be there a while previously. Look at slot. The slot looks much like an opening in the exterior of the mailbox through which a thin piece of mail might pass. Well, we have this order form, and it's ready to be mailed. So let's mail the form. You drop the order form into the box. The mailbox hums and buzzes for a while, then an object of some sort drops into the tray at the base of the box. The machine goes silent. Look in tray. The tray is actually a small indentation in the lower part of the machine. It is currently bearing what looks to be a whistle. Okay. Well, we now have a whistle. The whistle is usual looking. I believe they described that as a Labion Terror Beast mating whistle. Saving often 2. Can I fall? I can. Thanks to some fancy footwork, you are now picking yourself up off the ground after barely surviving a fall down a small cliff. Oh, good. The bushes seem to be composed of leaves and small branches. Oh, you seem to have kicked one of these strange little spores. Your kick caused some spores to open and spray a fine powder into the air. As a result, you are paralyzed from head to toe, unable to move a single muscle. And due to paralysis, you are only capable of displacing air. Not even gonna kill me, huh? Just gonna leave me there, huh? Unparalyze. Well, I guess that is a soft lock. Let's try look at spores. The spores are light blue and bulb-shaped. They seem to be loosely attached to the ground. You take possession of one of the spores, being careful not to mistakenly break it open. Okay, this is one of the unopened spores. Space Quest 4 has made me very leery about taking things that are considered unstable, but... Oh, oops, well, and then I walked up onto a plant maze and died. Good, you've succeeded in establishing contact with one of this planet's life forms, and it looks like you'll get to examine it up close and personal. The giant root-looking thing is giving you a guided tour of its digestive system. What you experience next is too horrible to describe. Let's just say you die as a result. You are dead. Trust me. It may please you to know that during the night you didn't digest well. For a while, gastric distress made it extremely unpopular with the other root monsters. Way to go, Wingnuts. Once again, you've demonstrated your inability to sustain life. Okay, so apparently I moved north too quickly. This is a maze. And you know what? Really, I should turn the speed down to make this easier. But I am far too proud of an AGI adventure gamer to do that. I've been playing these games for too long, and yeah, hubris. My hubris. I don't care. We're still gonna do it without turning the speed down. Okay. Maybe. Roger Wilco has what we would call a large hitbox. Nope. I'm going to make my way through this maze at regular speed, or at what I consider to be regular speed, and I don't care what you think about it. And no, I am not going to save scum either. We're going to do it right. Of course, that may mean some editing of this video. But mark my words, I am going to get it. Aha! Now I will save my game. I told you I would do it. Hey, we should look at this monster. It appears to be some kind of overdeveloped root. There is a pulsating growth near the middle, which is connected to several meters of root-like appendages. The berries hanging on the bush look quite juicy and smell very pungent. You snag some of the odoriferous red bearings. Odoriferous? Odoriferous. Strange red berries pack a very pungent aroma. All right. Let's continue. Let's see if we can go over here. I don't think we can. I think that east is the only direction we can go. Ah, we can't even go east, unless we can go behind this bush. No, the foliage here is too dense to pass. Well... this maze. There's really no other way to go. If I really absolutely can't go any other way here, then I guess I'll make my way. Now, you know what? I'm going to save first. After the maze. Just in case. Just in case this is not what I'm supposed to do. Man, I see stuff like this, and I wonder just how my dad had the patience for this crap. Of course, my dad probably wasn't playing it on fast speed. And I probably shouldn't be either. But again, I've been playing these games since I was just a wee lad. I am too proud to turn down the speed. Funny thing about this is, as I fail at this maze over and over again, it's not my dad's voice that I hear in my head. It's my friend Max, who I'd imagine would be yelling at me for being too stubborn to save the damn game or turn the speed down. And Max, you'd be absolutely right. However, I am also very stubborn, and as you can see, I made it through the damn maze. Okay, so we've got some berries. I do remember what the berries do. Let's Let's save our game again, and let's just head over here and make sure this little dude is still... Okay, he's still in the trap. I don't want to go there yet because I don't want to trigger him to... I don't want to trigger him to fall. But I do want to come up to this swamp again. And I want to save. So, I mentioned earlier that the parser is really nice because you can attempt a lot of different things, and they could sneak a lot of different things in, or, you know, little jokes and little messages, and there's more freedom in adventuring through your adventure. But the thing that sucks about the parser is when you have to do something so ridiculous that you'd only think about it after being stuck on this for hours, when the hint book is not yet available and you are too proud to call Sierra's hint line, or you simply don't want to pay the fee. In order to proceed through this swamp without getting eaten, I need to rub the berries on my body. You rub the berries all over your body. You now smell like a walking ammonia inhalant. Yuck. I'm going to get this one ready. Oh, no, still can't look at it. But this little dude is going to come right for us. You feel something slimy clamp down on your leg and almost as suddenly spit you back out. You distinctly hear the sounds of aquatic gagging and retching. Evidently, you had a bad aftertaste from the berries. All right, so we're safe. We're at the east end of the swamp area. The forest extends to the east. You are in a lightly forested area. A large fissure nearby seems to lead straight down. Well, there's no cliff that I've ever seen that I don't want to fall into. You smoothly step off the edge of the fissure. Gravity has its way with you, and you are sucked to the depths of the fissure at a very high rate of speed. Needless to say, you hit the bottom, and your mortal remains are redimensioned to the point where life is no longer an option. Will you never learn? Thanks for playing. You've been very entertaining. Look at this tree. This tree is dead. The bark must have fallen off years ago. It bears no foliage. That would advance the game in no way. Can I knock the tree over? Push tree. Kick tree. Hit tree. Attack tree. Climb tree. This tree is dead and seems to be free of the slick secretions some of the others generate. You begin to shinny your way up the snag. Crack. Oof! Holy log jams, Batman! You almost ate the big one. All right. You are in a thinly forested area just east of the fissure. Intrigued with gravity, you take another terminal ride to solid ground. Watch your step, Roger Wilco. Yikes, you have been snared. Suspended above the ground, you are unable to move freely. Well, this isn't good. After a while, the cerebral fireworks begin. Capillaries begin to burst under the strain. You pass out. Once again, time passes. And then some more time passes. While unconscious, you have the strangest of dreams. You imagine that your name is Larry. You are wearing something known as a leisure suit, apparently made of 100% synthetic materials and proven to generate large amounts of static electricity. While prowling a locale known as the Land of the Lounge Lizards, you spend your time badgering women of the area to participate in bizarre mating rituals, such as... Just then, consciousness begins to creep in. Your head begins to clear and you realize that you have been imprisoned. Your captor appears to be that large oaf sitting near the fire. You are in a well-hidden clearing. It is surrounded on 3 sides by large, smooth rock formations with brush to the north. A cage is below one of the formations. You are currently in it. In the center, a campfire burns. One has to wonder about the purpose of a fire during a warm day such as this. A rope sits on one of the boulders. A large beast is nearby. The hunter looks hungry. Look at cage. The cage is made of some very hard branches. They might as well be welded steel bars. So if I blow this whistle. Nothing happens. Talk to beast. The hunter seems to ignore you. Pick lock. You can't obtain that here. The door is locked. Throw... you know what? Let's save our game first. Saving off in 4. Throw spore. Upon impact with the ground, the spore opens and spews its dust into the air. The hunter falls to the ground, paralyzed. You have caused the guard to be paralyzed. I don't think he's too pleased with you. The hunter has decided it's a perfect day for a barbecue. As he slowly turns you over the fire, you begin to turn a beautiful golden brown. Death follows at an agonizingly long distance. Okay, I called the hunter. The hunter stands and takes a long look in your direction. His face, though strange in its own right, bears an expression one might see on a freak show patron. He moves closer. Okay, now... You search the large, not to mention uncleansed, body of the hunter. You find a key which might unlock the cage. Other than that, you find only a few assorted parasites clinging to him. You reach to the bars and take possession of the key. You slip the key into the lock and give it a turn. The lock snaps open. You open the cage door. I don't suppose I can find anything more on his body, can I? No. But I can take this rope. And I can mosey on out of here. You are at the edge of a forest. The boundary is a sheer cliff at the east side of the area. In the distance you see a landing platform, possibly the one which welcomed you to this strange, lush world. The shuttle in the distance looks like it would be a nice thing to have right now. Rats. Vohaul's troops have tracked you down and passed sentence for your escape. Tough luck, eh? Okay, so I must need to get away from there faster. I should really be giving these save games more descriptive names. Okay, so now I have the rope. Damn it. Need to pay more attention to where I'm going. So now I have the rope. I'm pretty sure I know what to do with this rope. I'm a little curious about what I'm supposed to do for that little creature, though. I feel like I should have helped him by now. Yes, we have to tie the rope to the log and climb down. Oh. He's a hearty-sized fellow. You would guess him to be quite an energy guzzler. His stare suggests serious caloric lust. F6 to release grip on rope. You release your grip on the rope. This has a negative effect on your resistance to the urging of gravity. Okay, let's try that again. Can I swing? Hey, we made it. After rope. We'll be a little more descriptive with those save game names. Being as dark as it is in here, there isn't much to see. You do see light coming from the east. Ah, yes, we have definitely screwed up. Because there's something that we need in order to get through that cave. And I'm pretty sure that the thing that we need comes from saving our little friend. So let's see what I missed. So one nice thing about the fast setting is that you can pretty handily skip through slow parts like that. So let's pop back over here. Oh, he's stuck in a snare. No, not Snape. Cut snare. What could I possibly do to help him? Oh. Just untie the damn thing. Before disappearing through a tiny hole in the brush, the little creature gives you a long glance. Well, that saves him. believe that I need him to give me something. But I can't quite remember how to get that thing. Although I just saw a little dude. You must be seeing things. I just saw him pop up from over there behind the bush. That's the way back to the vine creature. That's the way back to the swamp this way. Let's head back to the swamp. Oh, there's the hovercraft again. Let's wait this one out. All right. It's a good thing that we don't need to apply the berries more than once. God forbid I have to go through that terrible maze again. Wonder if there's something that I missed here. Although it doesn't look like it. Look at campfire. No. Look at campfire. Just an empty fire ring. The rocks in this region are all gray and fairly rounded. There appears to be nothing of interest about them. Okay, fine. Oh! Well, I thought that I'd at least see them coming off of their little tower, but I guess it's not where they come from. Well, we can try going back down here again. But I don't think this is where I'm supposed to go. Even still, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. You hear the sound of many small, scratchy footsteps moving toward you. Ow! Gnash! Growl! Crunch! Snap! You have just been felled by a killer cave beaver. You now know the meaning of excruciating when used in reference to level of pain. Okay, so there is no cheesing the cave. Well, then there must be something that I'm missing. So let's see if I can figure out what that is. Wait a minute. That was a deeper area of the swamp, huh? Can I dive? I can dive. Aha. You can't go on. You do not have enough oxygen in your lungs. You panic. The need for oxygen causes you to become irrational. Your desire for air causes you to inhale large quantities of water, which results in suffocation. Alright, so we've suffocated. Well, I don't know that I have anything to help us survive that. Unless... Can I hold my breath? You take a deep breath, filling your lungs to near bursting, and head for the depths below. Oh my God, are you kidding me, Sierra? That was actually the solution. Okay, so I was mistaken. Look around. You are in a small grotto below the swamp. A strange light dances off the walls of this cave. Its origin, a glowing gem situated on top of a boulder. Get closer. You take the glowing gem. You know, I thought that I was supposed to hold my breath, but I was really hoping that I was misremembering that. I guess it makes sense, but I refuse to admit it. All right. So I thought that that creature gave me the gem, but you find it there, which means that we are yet to meet up with that creature again. That's good. That means that as of right now, I don't think that I'm missing anything from this area. So I feel safe in continuing on. I think you have to swing until the creature swipes at you. Okay. So, let's save our game. Cave. Do we have to hold the gem? No. Do we have to drop the gem? Let's don't and say we did. No, what you need to do... Well, let's try here. Hold gem. Ah, you do need to hold the gem. Okay. You take out the gem and hold it in your palm. The room is illuminated by its glow. You hear a small shriek and the sound of many footsteps moving away from you. I'm getting a little ahead of myself in my snark. Oh, there we go. The ground below your feet disappears. You tumble through the darkness. That was a rather spectacular entrance. All systems seem to be intact, though. The dwellers mumble something. The translator responds with, "Follow us, Beanpole." They hurry away. Save as. Beanpole. Yeah. Yep, dropped the gem. Well, there it is. Luckily, it looks like we have everything else. Well, let's follow the little guys. Welcome to our canyon. You look to be from out of town. On behalf of all of us, I would like to thank you for saving our compadre from the hunters. You are welcome to stay in the canyon as long as you like. When you are ready to leave, simply say the word and my assistants will show you the only way out for a being of your size. When you leave, however, we must seal the exit behind you for our own protection. Goodbye, and good luck. Talk to creature. They don't speak, they just giggle. You are at the bottom of the south end of the gorge bottom. You are at the south end of the gorge bottom. There are more odd rock formations here. There are still more of those little pink folks. Okay, I don't possess the rocks that I'm trying to look at. The rock walls are too tall and solid to pass through. Fair enough. It kind of looks like a boulder dam. Get it? Boulder dam? Sorry, bad joke. Can I take some rocks? Can't obtain that here. How about here? Can I take rocks? You are not constructed in a manner that will allow you to do anything to the boulders. You might get those little pink guys to move one of them. Ask for help. Exit canyon. Talk to men. Help me leave. Please move rocks. Exit. Leave. Say the word. Ha! Thanks. Friggin' thanks. All right. Look around. No, don't adjust your monitor. We have taken control. There is no light source in the vicinity. You couldn't see guano if it was pasted to your proboscis. Proboscis. I've never said that word. Hold gem. You can't maneuver with the gem in your hand. This is what I was thinking of. No, you can't maneuver with the gem in your hand, so you must put gem in mouth. Ah, better. Not a great deal better, but better. Suddenly, an inhuman guttural moan echoes through the narrow caves. You're not sure which direction it came from. The only thing you do know for sure is that you've just soiled your undergarment. Well, underground. Ah, a maze. Well, maybe. Yeah, essentially a maze. I really don't understand the adventure game fascination with mazes. I know that's a screaming hot take, but... Oh my, now you know why they wanted to close the hole behind you. You have become the unwilling victim of the dreaded cave squid. Tough luck. Way to go, Wingnuts. Once again, you've demonstrated your inability to sustain life. Okay, let's try this again. You have an opportunity to stand and spare your tender knees. The crystal clear water gives off a gentle glow. In abundance, it is able to light the room. You take the glowing gem from between your aching jaws. You notice it is overly moist as you slip it into your pocket. Thank the Lord. Through the maze. And look around. This place is amazing. Beautiful subterranean waterfalls and cascades drop before you, filling the air with billions and billions of tiny misty droplets which tickle the cilia. The air is thick with a revitalizing, humid freshness. This message is also getting a little thick. No, this doesn't look good. Well, let's go this way. As you enter another of the mysterious subterranean chambers, you realize that the water is now racing toward a giant whirlpool in the middle of the area. You are caught in the strong current, powerless to alter your course. Your body is sucked down until finally you are able to resist no more and must yield to the overwhelming force. Geez, that was quite a trip. Peering around, you find yourself back in the open again. We're going to save in the open. And then we're going to restore through the maze, because I want to see what happens if I go through the other side. You are in another chamber of the underground river. This area seems a little more alive with sights and sounds of falling water. However, you don't detect much noise at all coming from the back of the cave. Splat. After caroming off of a pair of rock outcroppings, you find a final resting place at the base of the falls. Alright, so, nothing to see there. Back out in the open. You're in a pool. It is fed by a waterfall which spews from a strange rock face. An actual face, an ugly one at that, is carved into the rock. It must be hundreds of years old. The strange, ugly face has a look of disgust etched into it. The waterfall streams from the open, contorted mouth. This must have been carved by members of an early civilization. If this was their god, imagine how ugly the common man looked. Boxes. Not in view. Look at pillars. Don't understand pillars. Okay, well, we won't look at anything else then. We'll just keep on going. You are in a little clearing which is surrounded by large boulders and impenetrable brush. There is water, in which you entered, at the bottom left. You can just see a landing platform in the distance. If only you could make it to that platform, you might have a chance of stopping Vohaul. If we make it to that platform, we might indeed have a chance at stopping Vohaul. However, that will have to wait for part 2 of Space Quest 2 Vohaul's Revenge. Thank you very, very much. Thank you ever so much for joining me once again. As I mentioned before, super excited to play through Space Quest. Glad that you're here for the ride. Looking forward to finishing this one. I don't know how much longer it's going to take. We're at 104 points, but I feel like I'm getting pretty close to the end. Maybe not. I don't really remember super well, but I think that we're well on our way, although we haven't used this Labian Terror Beast mating whistle yet, so maybe not. Maybe there's still something more to come that I'm forgetting about. Well, I guess that we'll find out when we return next week for part 2. So until then, thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, do your thing. Don't do it. Just happy to have you here. Happy to be able to play these games for you, and I hope that you're enjoying it. So until next time, remember to save early and also save often. And please do take care of yourself. Thank you very much.